Welcome to Grade VII Science, Chapter 8, The Secrets of Time and Motion. The long quest to measure time began with early humans observing natural events that repeat themselves regularly, like the cycle of the sun and the moon. These cycles were first used to devise calendars and define a day. Back in time, people invented ingenious devices to measure time intervals within a single day. One of the oldest devices is the sundial, which tells time by tracking the changing position of the dial's shadow as the sun moves across the sky. Other ancient devices included water clocks, hourglasses, and candle clocks. These early devices were neither accurate nor portable. As the need for accuracy and portability grew for activities like long-distance travel, mechanical timekeeping devices powered by weights, gears, and springs began to develop from the 14th century. The major breakthrough came only in the 17th century with the invention of the pendulum clock by Christian Huygens. Huygens was inspired by the work of Galileo Galilei, who observed that a complete swing of a pendulum always takes the same amount of time, every time. A finding that proved the fundamental principle for a reliable mechanical clock. A simple pendulum is made of a small metal ball called the bob, tied to a string and hung from a fixed support. When the bob hangs still, it is at its mean position, the center point. If you pull the bob slightly to one side and let it go, it swings back and forth. This is called oscillatory motion. This motion is periodic, meaning it repeats the same path again and again in equal time intervals. One oscillation is from the mean position to one extreme side to the other extreme side and back to the mean position. The time period is the time it takes to complete one full oscillation. Crucial 3 facts to keep in mind. The time period stays almost the same each time for a pendulum of the same length. The length of the pendulum affects the time period. A longer pendulum swings more slowly, hence has a longer time period. The mass of the bob does not affect the time period. Pendulum clocks use this steady time period to keep accurate time. Modern timekeeping devices operate on the same basic principle, a continuously repeating process. Today, our clocks are incredibly precise. Quartz clocks use vibrations from crystals, and atomic clocks use atomic vibrations, ensuring accuracy that lasts millions of years. Measuring tiny fractions of a second is crucial in many modern applications. For instance, in sports, timekeeping devices measure down to 1,000th of a second, known as a millisecond, to identify race winners. In medical diagnostics, ECG heart monitors measure variations in heartbeat in milliseconds to detect health issues. Computers and smartphones process signals at even shorter intervals, in microseconds, 1/1,000,000th of a second, which enables them to operate at extremely high speeds. The official international system of units for time is second, symbolized by S. Larger units we use daily are minute and hour. Next, let's explore motion. Firstly, know that fast or slow is always a comparison. If, say, 2 runners cover the same distance, the one who finishes in less time is faster. Alternatively, if they run for the same time, the one who covers more distance is faster. Speed is defined as the distance an object covers per unit of time. You calculate it by dividing the total distance traveled by total time taken. SI unit of speed is meter per second or kilometer per hour for larger distances. And the core speed formula can be rearranged to find either distance traveled or time taken if other 2 variables are available. You will appreciate that most real-life motion is not constant. Objects usually speed up or slow down, so the speed we calculate over an entire trip generally represents the average speed. Linear motion is simply motion along a straight line. Uniform linear motion occurs when the object maintains constant speed. This means the object covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. Non-uniform linear motion is when object speed keeps changing, resulting in the object covering unequal distances in equal time intervals. Real-life motion, such as a train starting, speeding up, and then slowing down, is a typical example.